put out the microphone. I see what you did there. Nope, nope. Just like that. Everybody is confused. Ed, you're not the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. All right. I'm fine. Thom.
Yeah.
We are talking about Strafe.
Yep.
And you are director and co-founder.
Yep.
What's your company called?
Pixel Sight.
Pixel Sight. Did you do any games before that?
No, I was directing videos for a living. And
Videos?
we wanted to, basically, you know those classic shooters like Quake and Doom? We were playing through those again, and we, a friend of mine who helped on those videos.
Yeah, just talk on. I'm just doing
no
my
worries,
stuff.
No worries. You can actually show the video that we started our Kickstarter with. We made it together.
Yeah, I have saw it. I once made every Christmas we're doing everybody at a company is doing some videos as well. And I did a top 10 trailers of this year or the last year, and they put Strafe trailer in there.
Awesome.
I love it. It's with this 80s look with his little brother and his big brother. Is that what we're going to see right now?
It's the one right there on the right.
On the right.
Yep.
Okay, so
just we wanted to make that game because there was no other like roguelike FPS that focused on the feel of the game. So when we had a chance to go to Kickstarter, we were like, let's make a spot that shows people what we're trying to make, and we're hoping the spot says 1990s like shooter, balls to the wall action.
Yeah,
that type of
definitely
thing.
achieved that. So.
Whoa! And we're actually going into production on our next ridiculous trailer for the release. That will be coming out early next year.
New trailer.
So I'm about to start shooting the next one, so it's exciting.
All right, so let's hit this.
Whoa! It's so tight! Oh, sick!
It's my turn.
Trevor, don't want! Too fast!
Trevor, you're not playing that revolutionary extreme combat simulator Strafe, are you?
No? What are you doing?
I want to get some!
No, Trevor, you'll just die.
Great, big-looking, big, mind-blowing, ultra-real sci-fi action.
I'm sorry.
Great.
It's a little bit tricky on the screen this year.
All the level out of this world carnage. Great, short-lived life, just divided death.
Was it yours?
Yeah, we did.
No! No! No!
Oh no! It's like Kennedy.
You'll be okay. How could you? He was just a boy. No! No! No!
Oh, that's very, very, very. I don't know if it's the right word. I don't have the word for that, but I really like it. I like it. It's great. Leading edge graphics and gameplay, 1996. 1996 is the year when Quake first arrived. That true?
Yep.
All right, and you
actually June 20th, 1996 was when the shareware was released, I believe.
All right, so let's come back at us. Here we are, and you brought some more videos. Which one is up next?
So we have the B-roll that we were going to be sharing with press on the zone we're currently working on, the second zone of the game, Black Canyon.
All right.
So if there's any way to play that additionally with the music I included, because we'd initially not included the music so they can edit things together if they wanted to. This is just raw gameplay clips of...
okay, so let me try that.
Try it. If it doesn't work,
if you
whatever.
If you got to propose...
the music is great, so I would like to accompany the two if
possible. Okay, how about I start that?
Yeah.
And I tried to start the other one at the same time. That's
you don't need, it doesn't queue up. It's just literally, we can loop the song over and over again. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't need to queue up?
It doesn't need to queue up.
Oh, that's no problem.
All audio for the game. That's just music because we took the music out. So
okay.
in case someone wanted to like edit the clips together and
all right. So that's the music. And,
Make a hot freshie.
and maybe you can tell me a little bit more while I do this about
No
the
worries.
development, about the studio, how much blood you got in there.
Strafe is a team of 8 people right now, and it's we've been working on the game since early 2014. But yeah, it's a roguelike FPS that focuses on the gameplay first. It feels good as a shooter, not as a some other roguelike FPSs. They have really good meta game where you're collecting things, upgrading yourself.
Don't get distracted. I just gotta do all those things. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it looks pretty exciting. Your own engine with that, or
No, we're actually building an unit.
all right?
It'll help us to PC Max. So this environment is outdoor. So instead of like new style lists, we now have these the environment. Escape pods. You can bring them like blow your way through the rest of the level. There's going to be a lot of tight splits. I mean, there's simulations throughout the level, but we're still in active development on this. Some things are going to change, some are going to be completed. But you can expect in the whole game.
Yeah. How big of a team do you need to design such a game and to program that?
So we have programmers, 2 artists, 2 level designers,
Oh,
and
sorry, I just broke it.
oh, that's fine.
I'm sorry. We got a little problem here. Now I get it. I just have to make it even more, or less sound. It's a little bit tricky, but that you didn't put this all together. I'm sorry, but
No, I'm not worried at all.
I'm doing it right now, and we're keeping here.
You can watch YouTube videos. I don't care.
All right. So how big does the team have to be? How
It's-
many people are working there?
We have 2 programmers, 2 artists. We're art complete the game as of probably the end of this month.
Yeah.
And then it's just going. We're going to bring on an extra programmer to help get everything in and really make sure we're polished by the time we ship. So
What are you planning to ship on? Which platform?
maybe Linux and
Alright.
early next year. So you can see like almost one score in the game is easily persistent. Right now in this zone, we're still in active development. You'll notice where the tries meet and the polys end, you'll have some hard lines. That's all getting worked on currently.
Yeah.
But it'll look sexy when we're all done. But yeah, we're just
Persistent blood means it doesn't despawn. And the end of the
none
level,
of this stuff
everything's
will,
red.
will fade away. So
Alright.
you can paint every square inch of the level with blood. Oh, enemies will slide down the walls of the canyon to
Okay.
try to like ambush the player. So every square inch of this level could be painted with blood, and it won't affect performance. And in doing so, we add a few other mechanics to that too. Like you see the orange stuff?
Yeah.
Those are from acid-based enemies, so you can paint
Alright.
over it with blood. But if you don't, it's a hazard that if you stand and you start taking damage.
All right, I get that.
So it's not only just looks cool, but in procedural levels, it's good to know where you've been and, have a sense of kind of like a breadcrumb trail of, oh, have I been here before? Because I don't, back in the days of like some of these older games, and Nintendo 64 was really bad with it, where you'd clear a level, you'd come back into the room and everything's empty. You're like, this is a ghost town. Have
Yeah,
I been
sure.
here? We don't ever want you to have to run into that moment.
So how does it work? Is there some kind of campaign, or is it random generated, or is this multiplayer?
So it is random generated, but we have a very strong sense of progression,
Yeah.
and everything's built with a sense of story. So you have 3 levels per zone, 4 zones. We've showed a lot of Icarus, which is like this rustic spaceship to
Yeah.
start the game in, and this is the second zone, which is much more expansive outdoor. And we're going to 2 other zones that we're not going to reveal till release.
Keep it secret. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it does tie a lot of things together. It makes a lot of things that just seem random make sense in the story. And these are a great example of you can rip the beetles off the walls of the canyon and then use them as grenades in the level.
All right.
As a little homage to the Snarks in Half-Life, but, of course, you use them differently. And you do pick a gun in the beginning of the game, a shotgun, a machine gun, or a railgun that kind of dictate your playstyle.
You choose one. You don't alternate between them.
You kind of. So you choose one, and that's the one you upgrade as you find perks throughout the environment that upgrade your damage, your accuracy, your rate of fire, and your clip capacity. And also, there's these robots from, the arcade machines in Tom Hanks' Big. They're like the fortune teller in there. You
Yeah,
kind of go up, you
sure.
hand him your gun,
Yeah.
and the robot will take it and turn it.
Zoltan.
Yeah, he'll turn it into. Is influenced by Zoltan, but yeah, he'll take the gun and change it up into another machine-like gun or a shotgun-like gun, and you
Okay.
can have 4 different primaries or 4 different secondaries that you would. You can't actively switch between them. You have to find a machine, but it switches that up, and then you can see that like plasma gun. You'll find guns in the environment that you can pick up, but you can't reload them. So
Right.
you empty them out. You can pocket them for later, but you empty them out, and when it's empty, you then use the gun itself as a weapon, and they all kind of act differently.
Okay.
But in doing so, I used to play a lot of these classic shooters by saving all the weapons and never using them for like some boss that would never come. So this is a way to actively have the players using the weapons they pick up and not just saving everything for later.
Okay. You put many thought in this game, I think. It
Well, we're
doesn't
making
look
the
like
game
it
we
in the
want to
first-
play. Yeah.
It doesn't look in the first moment, but I like it. I like this random generated thing. I like Blood.
Mhm.
I like Quake. And what do
We-
you say about Quake being like rebooted or something? What do you think about that?
Oh, I'm psyched. I'm
psyched?
glad it's it's a hero game. I want it to be like what they did with Doom
Yeah.
with Quake 1. I mean, let's forget the Strogg for a little bit. Let's forget like all the crazy stuff that showed up in 2 and 3. Let's focus on the weirdness that was Quake 1 and have an awesome fucking campaign with that. That would excite me.
Yeah, that's my opinion too. Thank you very much, Tom, for being here, for showing your game Strafe.
Thank you.
I have to throw you out because we got a tight schedule,
That's
but I
fine.
do it politely. Thanks very much.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget your glasses, and have a good one, all right?
You too.
Thank you. Oi, oi, oi. Leute, das waren 4 verschiedene Devolver-Spiele. Machen wir jetzt eine Runde Schluss oder will sich noch jemand zu mir setzen? Alles klar. Devolver, Leute. Ist übrigens ganz interessant. Ich wollte eigentlich nur mal mit dem Publisher selber sprechen, weil die sind gar nicht auf der E3. Das ist voll abgefahren. Die spielen so nicht so nach deren Regeln. Die haben hier keinen Stand auf der Messe, sondern die sind auf dem Parkplatz. Waren sie schon letztes Jahr. Und das fand die E3-Messe nicht so geil und hat so LKWs vorgestellt. Das ist ein kleiner Krieg zwischen der E3 und zwischen Devolver. Wir haben sie trotzdem da, weil wir mögen alle Leute, die Videospiele programmieren. Gehen jetzt aber erstmal eine Runde in die Werbung und ich hoffe, ihr bleibt dran, denn wir haben immer coole Sachen, werde ich mal sagen. Ne? Das war Dennis, meldet sich von der E3. Wir sehen uns bestimmt auch wieder.